Hello, and thank you for joining me for Ask Gardener Lynn. You know, gardening can be a bit tricky sometimes, and just a little bit of help can turn a troubled garden around. So let's keep those gardens on track. So our question today comes from Bill in Indiana. He is in Zone 6. And his question today is, how do you store your carrots for the winter? I had a bumper crop and I need to store some. Well, Bill, this is a great question, and this will work for pretty much anybody who wants to store carrots. And here's what I do to store my excess carrots. So we grow about 2,000 pounds of carrots a year to store and to have the carrots every week for our CSA. So the first thing you want to do is sort your carrots into perfects and ones that have damage, like cracks, holes, bug bites. Let me show you a few of mine. So sometimes your carrots, this one got hit by a shovel, and sometimes this one was growing against a brick. Let's see if we can find one. This one was chewed on by the chickens, but there's still lots and lots of good carrot on here. So we will, I'll give you a hint as to what to do with these a little bit later. So once you've separated your carrots into perfects and not perfects, you want to go ahead and only store the perfect carrots, and you're going to eat or preserve the damaged carrots. So if you store your carrots dry, they're going to get really rubbery on you. They like to be a little bit damp, but if they're too wet, they're going to go ahead and rot. So you want to be sure that you store them with the proper amount of moisture. And if the tops get broken off, then you're going to want to store those as seconds. Otherwise, leave about a ½ inch of the top on to store your carrots. Okay, so once we've sorted into the best ones and the second ones, we need to wash and dry the carrots. So the way we do that is we just have a bucket of water here, and we just throw our carrots in the water like this, and then we just take and we just rub them gently with our hands. And then we're going to take a towel and we're going to pat these dry. So what I find is that leaves just the right amount of moisture on the surface, and then that keeps the carrot from getting too rubbery, and it also keeps the carrot. Hello, Lily. Lily's going to join us. Go on, girl. That's the farm cat. Anyhow, that keeps the carrots from getting too rubbery or too soft, because we don't want them to go limp on us. And also removing the soil from it keeps the carrots from going limp. Alright, so all of our carrots are dry and clean, and now we're ready to go ahead and pack the perfects. And we are going to pack these in the root cellar, and we like to pack them in sawdust. Let's go ahead and go down to the root cellar and I'll show you how we pack the perfect carrots. Alrighty, we're here in my root cellar. This was actually a root cellar that was in the old packing shed, the old house that was here about 100 years ago. And when we tore that house down and built the new house, we kept the root cellar. So we are below ground level about 6 feet. There's stairs coming down. And the root cellar is where we store potatoes, onions, carrots, squash and beets and things like that. So this is one of our tubs of carrots. And in this we have, we went to the sawmill and we have dry sawdust. We want clean, dry sawdust. And basically what we do, I'll just move some of the sawdust aside, we take our perfect carrots and we lay them out in layers right here in the buckets. And then once we have a layer of carrot, and then we just cover that with sawdust until we can't see the carrots anymore. And then we put another layer of carrots and another and another and another until we fill the entire bucket. And these will hold in here, like I say, until about May. So that's 5-6 months of storage we can get in here this way. And we come down and we check the carrots, and we're actually using the carrots a couple buckets every month. So we use that up. But it's a great way to store carrots. Now, if you don't have a root cellar, we do have an alternative method for you, which is to be able to store in the refrigerator. Alright, so if you don't have a root cellar, then you can go ahead and store in the refrigerator. And the carrots should last 5 to 6 months in the refrigerator if you store them properly, not too moist and not too dry. So after you dry them, you want to place them in a bag that has some holes in it, and you want to be sure that there's actually quite a few holes so that it can breathe a little bit. And then you take that bag and you set it on a towel and put that in your fridge, and then you check the bag for moisture, and you also check the towel. If it's getting too wet, then you need to replace it. Another way you can do it is to store them in a bin. So we've done this before. So you can take your perfect carrots. If you do perfect carrots and seconds carrots, ones that are damaged, make sure you do them in separate bins. But you can do your perfect carrots like this, and what we do is we wash them and dry them, and then we put a towel in the bottom, and then we stack our carrots, and you can stack them as thick as you want, and then you're going to take the lid and you're going to put that over the top of that, and then this bin can go right into your refrigerator. It could even go like in a garage, as long as it stays about 40 degrees. You don't want the fluctuation, but you want to stay about 40 degrees. And then what you're going to do is you're going to open this up and you're going to check this towel every probably 2 to 3 weeks. And if it's really damp, then you want to change this out. If it's slightly damp, then it's perfect. And like I say, you can store carrots a really long time this way. Alright, so you've gotten your perfect carrots, you've got them packed away, they're going to hold for you, you can eat them fresh all winter, they're so amazing. But now we need to talk about what to do with the damaged carrots, the ones that are not quite so perfect. So you're going to want to eat these first, so they're going to store in your fridge for a couple weeks in a bag. But if you have too many of them before you can get them all eaten, then we want to go ahead and preserve them. So the easiest way is just to shred them and put them in a freezer bag and pack them in the freezer. Then you can get them out and you can put them in soups or stews, and you can also fry them just like hash browns. They are so amazing. You should try it at least once. So take your shredded carrots, just put them in some oil and fry them until they're kind of brown like a potato would get. Now the other easy method is to go ahead and roast them in the oven, and then you're going to mash them, or you can just slice them and then put that in the freezer. Now the mashed carrots, they're great. You can just heat them up and eat them as is, or you can go ahead and make like a carrot casserole, which is really scrumptious. It tastes like pumpkin pie, but it's made out of carrots. So the sliced carrots that are already cooked that you put in the freezer, you can get them out and just drop them into soups or stews. You can use them that way very easily. So carrots are an amazing, delicious vegetable that you may enjoy year-round, even when your garden is under snow. If you have a garden question that you would like answered, please click on the link below this video and submit your question. And if you would like to learn more about high-performance gardening and want to see us grow a whole season of vegetables week by week for 33 weeks, then sign up for the High Performance Garden Show. So in the show, we follow a high-performance garden from seed to putting it to bed at the end of the season. This is the best insider's look at watching everything we do with the vegetable plants week after week all season long. And we'll even show you a professional trellising system for your garden. The show, it's free, it's online, and you can watch it anytime. So go ahead and go to thelivingfarm.org/high-performance-garden-show, and you can sign up there, or click the link below and that'll take you to the website where you can sign up. So I want to thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel for more high-performance gardening information. And go ahead and submit your gardening questions so you can get the answers that you need. And until next time, may your garden be easy, fun, productive, and always organic.